straight. Oh no, that just moved down the wrong direction. How did that happen? What's going on? There. Hey guys, Amy Pigeon here. It's been a minute. I was traveling in England for a little while there and sorting my life out, but I'm back at YouTube and we're going to be showing you today how to do this gorgeous smoky eye and full face look really on my girlfriend here, Valeria. She has so graciously offered to model for us today and I'm so excited to do her makeup. Look at this beautiful face. And yeah, so if you like this video, you know the drill. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It would mean the absolute world to me. And leave any requests, comments, or concerns you have and what have you for future tutorials that you want to see in the comment box below. Alrighty, let's get into this and start this fall smoky eye makeup tutorial. Alrighty, so I'm just going to start with your brows. Now I'm using MAC's lingering pencil. You have pretty existent brows, oh. So that's a good start. They're just light.
They're not existent on the ends, okay.
I find everybody needs a little bit of help on the ends there. And I'm just feathering it in. I'm really following your natural brow shape because I don't like changing a brow shape too much from what you have to begin with because I find that can start to look really artificial. I'm just filling in the arch a little bit here where it's a little bit more sparse, and then I'm going in with my finger to kind of comb through the product where I went a little too heavy with it.
No Instagram brows?
No Instagram brows on you today, no. The fleek, draggy brows. I don't like doing that on people, actually.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, I kind of like that you brought up the Instagram brow thing because I hate it when people ask me to do that on them, especially if they have no brow. The odd person asks, and it's very hard to do on other people, especially if they don't have much brow. So I like to start at the tails because I find that's where people usually need to go a little bit heavier and make it a little bit darker. And I'm just doing a little feathering, like drawing on hairs kind of motions. And then when I move towards the front of the brow, I really focus it at the bottom to define that area, and then flick the brow product up in towards the brow, and then go along the top very lightly. Because you want this part to be more faded out. If it's too blocky and dark, you're going to start to look like you have angry eyebrows, or an angry face.
Which product is this?
So this is Lingering by MAC, their brow pencil. I find when you start doing more makeup, Valeria, you're going to want eyeshadows and pencils. The cream products, like the dip brow and whatnot, are like very difficult to use, especially on other people.
I don't actually like them. I've tried them in Sephora.
Okay.
Like, I just tried them and I didn't like the look that it gives.
Yeah.
It's a little too heavy.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to just feather in hairs with them too.
Yeah, it's a little unnatural.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can make it work naturally.
Like it's better for the fleek brow, like for the Instagram brow.
Yeah, the Instagram.
But you can still do that with pencil. Like I have an Instagram brow and I did it all with this pencil.
Yeah.
So now I'm just priming Valeria's eyes here with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This to me is like the holy grail eye primer product because I find it sets to a nice kind of chalky finish. So it blocks out all the color in her eye area, like any purpley reddish veins that we might see on everybody essentially, and it also locks in the oils in the eyes so that you won't get any creasing with the eyeshadow. And we're placing this all the way from her lash line up towards her brow bone and then just buffing it in with a sponge. When I do this on myself, I just use my finger, so you don't need the sponge or the brush for this step really. Have you ever used this before?
Yes, I use that exact same base.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. Yeah.
This is like my holy grail product, like from MAC. So now I'm just going to set the eye with some Mercier translucent setting powder.
I have all these products.
Oh, this is a good powder.
So exciting.
Because if you try blending eyeshadow on top of the paint pot directly,
it doesn't blend.
I'm burping up my pumpkin spice latte here. Oh, that's really attractive. Anyways, but yeah, I've seen some YouTubers and beauty gurus or whatever on the interwebs go right in blending their eyeshadow on top of the paint pot without setting it with anything, and it's like blending on glue. Like it just is too sticky. So this just creates like a nice base for everything to like glide across beautifully.
Sometimes I just put
Carly, what are you doing? Sorry, she's gonna be noisy in my video.
Sometimes I just put a base color eyeshadow on top of the...
Yeah, or you can do that too. It doesn't need to be translucent.
I haven't tried the powder, but I think I'll try it. It might go on nicer.
Well, as like a makeup artist that does makeup on a bunch of different faces, what's great about this is that you can use this on every skin tone.
Yeah, that's true.
The most fair, pale girls, or even darker skin tones. Can't have Charlie walking around with those nails of hers everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this color here called Warm Taupe from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and my MAC 217 brush. And with Valeria's eyes open, I'm going to have her look straight ahead, and I'm going to start to buff this into the outer crease. And the reason we have our eyes open is because it's one thing when your eyes are closed, but when you open your eyes, your crease can move a little bit. So you want to make sure where you're placing this is where you can see it. Because you might put it somewhere when her eyes are closed, and then when she opens, you find out you can't see the area you just placed all that eyeshadow on. So whenever you can, you want to try and have somebody's eyes open. Like, even if you could do it with eyeliner, it would make life easier, but that's kind of a really sketchy business because people will blink without telling you or without knowing they even need to blink.
And then the eyeliner is everywhere.
Oh god, yeah, it's a nightmare. But once you figure out where you need to place it with their eyes open, you know, you can have them close their eyes after that if you want. But I'm lucky because Valeria's eyes are pretty, like, when her eyes are open or closed, the space where you would put it is pretty much the same. It's usually with people with hooded lids that you really need to make sure their eyes are open when you're placing on the shadow, because their crease will just suck right in when they open their eyes up. You'll figure that one out in school pretty soon.
We already started.
If you haven't.
Going through it. Actually, we did, yeah.
Yeah, like, have you been practicing on people with hooded lids?
I've done it a few times, and that is very complicated.
Yes, it's still tricky for me now after 2 years of working at MAC and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of winging out the shape of her eye here because that's just what I kind of default and like to do here in the outer corners and wing it out a little bit. So now I'm going in with a clean Morphe M330 brush, and I'm just going to buff out those edges because this shadow is effing pigmented. So it went on a little heavier than I want it to, which is okay, because if you just go in with a clean brush or even add a little bit of that translucent powder or like a skin flesh tone color, you can buff it out and soften it quite easily. I'm gonna go in with Cypress Umber, this color up here, and I'm using a pencil brush. This is my Royal & Lang Nickel Smoky Eye brush. That's a weird name for a brush. Okay, so again, I'm gonna keep her eyes open, have her look straight ahead so we can see where we're placing this. And I'm kind of starting right at the corner of her eye, just above where her upper lash line meets her lower lash line in that outer corner. You can see we're already getting some fallout here. This is why I do foundation last, because I find with certain makeup or eyeshadows, there's always fallout. And like, it's just gonna mess up your foundation. So I just do that last. So open your eye again, hon. With her eye open, I can see where the shadow's gonna sit when her eyes are open. So I'm gonna lightly map it out there. And now I'm gonna have her close her eyes, and we're gonna do a V shape in the outer V area, or sorry, in the outer crease of her eye, because this adds a lot of dimension out there and depth.
Have you ever used patches under eyes? Like, do foundation first, use
Like
the patches?
shutter shields or whatever they call them? I haven't actually. But to me that's just like more money that you don't need to spend, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go in and close your eyes for me, love, with a 217 brush again and just buff out the edges of that dark, what color was it? Cypress Umber color. Now using, again, that same 217 brush and this color here called Realgar, something. It's a pretty orange color. I'm gonna tap it off of my arm like this so it's not too much because it's very pigmented. And with Val's eyes closed, I'm gonna kind of continue where we put that dark brown shade on the inside a little bit, as well as on the edge of that brown shade, and just buff it back and forth in windshield wiper motions. Another reason why I do foundation last, I'm resting my hand on her nose. And then you go back in and just build up the color a little bit. Oh god, I'm sweating. I don't think the lights help. Oh yeah, I'm like standing in this light.
No one knows you're sweating, it's fine.
I'll be editing out this part of the audio as well.
Yeah, I think we're gonna edit a lot of stuff.
Sweating like a whore in church.
Oh my god, that was the best. What a great expression.
I can actually keep stuff like that on my channel. It's only like F-bombs that I really take out because I don't know, some people keep it in and then they're like super authentic, but to me that's just a little...
Too authentic?
Exactly. Yeah. Now I'm going to use this color here called Tempera and my flat shader brush. This is a Bogashi Paris brush. I don't know what that means.
What brand is this? MAC?
No, that is the brand. Bogashi.
Oh.
Weird name.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it under Val's brow bone here, just kind of patting it on to clean up a little bit of the smokiness that came a little too far up. I'm gonna pull it down onto that eyeshadow that we blended out, just a little bit. I'm not gonna pull it all the way under the front of her brow, it's more like the outer half. Now I'm going to go in with Venetian Red. Ooh. This beautiful red color right here. I'm using that same shader brush that we just used for the brow bone. Use a different one technically if you want, but like I usually will just like dry brush like color off my hand and use the same brush because like it really doesn't show up. And close your eyes for me, and we're just gonna pat that on the edge of that deep brown that we have in that outer corner into the center of the lid. Yeah, it's like a little face massage.
Just close my eyes and rest.
I've heard some people say, "Oh, Amy, you're so gentle," and I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, but they're used to like having like runway." Makeup artists do their makeup and they're just like so rough because they're going so quick with everything.
Yeah.
I guess it's different when you have somebody that's used to doing makeup on consumers and individual clients. You don't want them to feel in pain or any discomfort. So I'm going back in with a bit of that nice deep brown again, and I'm just adding a tiny bit of that to that V area, but a little bit closer in than we put it before. So I just want to define that area. A smidgen more. We kind of lost a little bit of it in all the blending and putting that red shade on there. I'm just going to lightly pat it out on top of the red to blend it out a bit more. So there's a lot of back and forth with blending. You'll blend something too much and then you need to go back in and add a bit more to see it, and that's going to happen with a bunch of the colors, so that's just the name of the game, I guess. This is going to be so much more smoky than you're used to wearing.
That's fine.
And I'm going in with another 217 brush. This is a clean one this time. And I'm going to go along the edge with the darker shadows and buff it out with that translucent powder a little bit just to soften those edges and a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful shimmery color here called Primavera, and that same shader brush you just used, and close your eyes. And we're going to pat that onto the inner third of her lids. Your lids. You figure out who I'm talking to. Am I talking to viewers? You. So we have a nice like fun kind of ombre look of this kind of champagne-y gold color into the red and into the dark brown. Yes, I'm using the Mercier eyeliner. It's really black, it's really creamy, and it's super waterproof. Oh, wow, you have great eyes for eyeliner. It just like glides right on you. And this is the MAC 211 brush. And I'm just really following her lash line. And open up for me. Ah, perfect. That was easy. Or sorry, this is a MAC 209 brush. It's a really good brush for eyeliner. I like how it's like small at the
it's
bottom.
small at the bottom and gets thicker.
But you can like lay it on flat to like make it
even
thicker the whole way through. It's pretty nice.
I use angle brush and it's a little complicated.
Some people love that. I hate angle
I find
brushes.
it's difficult. I haven't used this though.
Yeah, I find this so much easier. This is the part where I hold my breath. I know. Honestly, I hold my breath with eyeliner. It's the worst. Oh god, terrifying.
Do you find that eyeliner is the hardest thing to put on?
I actually have a hard time with lip liner.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, lips I actually struggle with, but I don't know what it is about this. I guess
you like eyes.
Because if you mess the eyes up, like you're screwed.
When did you start getting really good at makeup? I know you've always
like a year or after 2 years at MAC. But like 1 year of working a lot at MAC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of all the practice, right? On
exactly.
When you're doing eyeliner and you need to clean it up, the best thing is to take a little bit of a moisturizer, an eye cream, or even a primer because they're kind of silicone based and slippery. And like some sort of a concealer brush, and then you just run it along the bottom back and forth, and it removes the makeup in a really crisp way.
Oh, that's interesting.
Versus like a wipe or something.
Yeah. What about
you don't get the precision. You don't get as much precision. Also, I find if you just use like a Q-tip and makeup remover, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel raw there. Like I bet you barely felt any of that because the moisturizer is kind of nourishing right now. So I'm gonna use the Upward Lash Mascara on Valeria from MAC. This is a really excellent curling mascara. I'm just going in at the root of her lashes and wiggling and pulling it up. And look straight ahead, actually. Perfect. Yeah, if you need a blink, go for it. So eyes open and look down for me. So now I'm just going to pop on these Quo Wispy lashes. Normally I would measure them before I put them on somebody, but I know Val has really big eyes, so I don't really need to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And open up. Oops, stuck a little bit there. There we go. Oh, that was easy. You'll find the more you practice, like lashes become really easy to put on other people, especially when they have big eyes.
Which glue do you use for
I use the velour glue. I know, isn't it weird when I've had so many people be like, I'm staring at your boobs right now. I'm like, oh yeah, my cleavage is good today.
I'm enjoying it.
And then I'm just kind of pinching them on with my thumb and my index finger here to make sure that they're really on there good and gonna last. Perfect. Ooh, I've never seen you with your eyes done up so much. I like it. It's so different. It's funny because like this is like what I would wear every day.
Yeah.
So now look straight ahead. I'm just gonna wipe all the fallout off from underneath your eyes before we go do the foundation and concealer and whatnot.
You make me want to do more like smoky eye stuff. I'm gonna start.
Oh, wait till you see it. And
I love
for me,
like
actually.
I love lipstick.
Yeah, well, because you have beautiful lips, but you also have beautiful eyes.
Thank you. Thank you. After the lopsided eye contact, that's what I need to.
Am I redeeming myself? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your skin.
Normal,
Okay.
sensitive,
Sensitive.
a little bit of redness, like a little bit around the cheeks here.
Okay.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't have much of a T-zone. It's not very oily.
How much coverage do you like in your foundation?
I like sheer. I don't like a lot of coverage.
Sheer, okay.
Yeah, I find I don't need it as much because it's even enough.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of redness here.
Okay. And do you find it lasts pretty well throughout the day, your foundation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have oily skin. It doesn't run.
And you moisturize before you came, right?
I moisturize.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm going to start with a little bit of my MAC Natural Radiance Primer here. So this is a MAC Natural Radiance Primer. Just turn your head this way for me, right here. What I like about this primer is it does tone down redness a little bit, actually. The yellow in it kind of balances out redness. We could use something with a little bit more color correcting properties, like with a little bit of a green tinge to it, but I find the foundation is going to really take care of that enough on its own. Actually, a little bit of her rosiness might show through if we're going sheer with coverage, which is just going to look like blush at the end of the day, so that's kind of nice. And this also fills in fine lines, not that that's really a concern with Valeria, and it locks oil back in your pores again too, and gives the skin a little bit of a radiant finish. So this is great on lots of different skin types. Even oily and dry. Like it's, yeah. Mind you, I prefer to use the Benefit Professional on oily skin. Oh god, it's so good.
Yeah?
So good.
Okay.
So now I'm going in with my C1 foundation from MAC, or in the body, or sorry, in Face and Body. I'm gonna shake the crap out of this stuff. So the C1 is a bit more yellow tone, and it's gonna help balance out the redness in her skin again. You could use the N foundation, which might match her skin tone a little bit better, but you can go either way. I find with light skin tones, you can either match it, or, I'm turning it this way for me, or balance it out with a contrasting color. So with Val, you can see her body's actually a little bit more golden toned and her face is more rosy. So by using the more yellow toned foundation, this is actually going to balance out the redness in her face to match her body a little bit better. That's one thing you'll find when you do more makeup on other people. Matching their face and then their chest is a whole different ballgame, and sometimes you need to ask what they want to match.
Yeah.
Because they'll ask for a match and two artists will match them completely differently.
Yeah.
But that's because it's all about what they prefer to match you on. Are they matching you on your neck or your face? So you need to ask them that.
Yeah, I was taught that you should match on the neck.
I always match the neck.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks so good on you, this foundation. Holy. So now I'm going to correct a little bit of the purplish tone underneath Val's eyes. Using the MAC Prep and Prime. Can you go this way from the left? Thank you. Prep and Prime Peach Luster Highlight. This product is so good for correcting darkness under the eyes. So now I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Oh yeah, you are darker in that. That's so weird. I put that on without even blending it in and can tell it's going to work on you. This is NC30. So Valeria actually goes in a much darker color under her eyes than the rest of her skin, which is common. You see that a lot when you work at a counter. And I'm pulling it down over her cheek in the triangle shape there. Buff out those edges. And then look up for me and press it into your skin. And I'm just setting Val's under eye area with that Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm really packing it in there. We're not really quite baking. I just put a whole shit ton on and then like blend it in. Don't really believe in baking that much.
Why not?
Because it's just so much product. If you have fine lines, it generally will highlight them a little bit. And it's not necessary to brighten the under eye area or to make your makeup last long. I'm just turning to look at me. Ultimately, if you have a good concealer and you set the under eye area properly, it's going to be bright and it's going to last. So there's really no point in baking. It's just my view on sports. I'm also going to set the rest of her face with powder because this is just like I was saying with her eye area. Is that if you try blending out blush and bronzer and stuff on foundation without setting the area, it's like blending on glue. And this is going to take a little bit of the shine away from that foundation, but it will come back throughout the day as the natural oils start wearing through foundation a bit. And look at me.
The foundation is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't feel it on also.
It's very lightweight. And it's meant to be sweat proof.
Oh,
it's great for dry skin or normal skin.
What about oily
eyelashes here? Close your eyes for me.
What about oily skin?
It's not great for oily skin because it'll look like an oil slick. So I'm actually just gonna add a little bit of emphasized powder mixed in with this yellow banana powder from MAC just to brighten her under eye area a little bit more because I feel like you could see a little bit too much of the peach corrector we put under there on her. Now I'm going in with my MAC 129 brush and my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm gonna start, just turn your head from me that way, love. I'm gonna start just above her ear in circular motions and work it down towards her cheeks. So we get most of the color in the back here, which is going to give her like a little bit of a facelift. Not that she needs it, but
I smell the chocolate.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's so nice.
And then I go in, just going back and forth, blending it out and in circular motions. And if you'll notice, this kind of contours a little bit too. We're going to add in that extra layer of contour after. And then I'm going to buff this in around the perimeters of her face and down her neck so she doesn't look like a floating head. Like a bronze head.
Bronze head.
I'm gonna do the rest of your eyes after. Like the bottom part.
Oh yeah, there's a bottom too.
Yeah. I might just like soften the edges out here and then add mascara or something. So, because I know you don't usually wear smoky eyes, so this is probably a lot for you to begin with. So if we just kind of just keep the bottom bright, but with mascara, you might feel a bit more comfortable. Or you might feel completely unbalanced.
You can smoke up the bottom, like honestly. Just because I don't wear it doesn't mean I don't like it. We're actually practicing smoky eye in my class, and one of the girls, she didn't quite finish, but she did a smoky on me with black.
Oh god.
And it was actually nice.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but you have to...
you can't carry it too far up the eyes or it looks like you got punched in the face.
Yeah, and it was also like, I would need like my hair done. Not like in this wavy kind of mess I have going on right now. It has to be like straight, like for a particular look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would need like my hair done. Not like in this wavy kind of mess I have going on right now. It has to be like straight, like for a particular look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking good. I'm gonna go in with this contour shade here called Sculpt from MAC. As you can tell, that's kind of my holy grail product. I've never got this far into like
anything else?
Anything in my life other than a bronzer. I'm turning it that way for me. I'm gonna start at the top of her ear. I'm gonna stipple it towards the corner of her mouth, but stop just about under her eye. And then I'm gonna flick the color up to blend it out. We're gonna go probably a little bit heavier than you're used to with the contour, just for the sake of this video and looking good on camera. And I'm going to swoop it up under your eye area to kind of hug the apples of your cheeks. And I'm going to turn the brush the other way to blend it this way, and then the other way. I find you get the best blend when you use the brush several different ways to blend it out. One thing you'll find too, the more experience you get, you're going to get a lot of girls asking for you to contour their nose when they need no contour. And you're going to get a lot of girls asking for color correction, like orange under their eyes, when they have no bags.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's very frustrating because it's just adding an extra step and taking extra time that you don't need to be wasting time on.
Yeah.
That's only if it's like weddings and stuff though, really. If it's just a regular appointment, like, and you're charging what you should be, like, you know, you'll take the time and it's fine. But it's still like annoying. Because you always want to do things as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Now using that 168 angled brush that we used to contour, I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Dainty blush, this pretty pink right here. Turn your head towards it. Perfect. I'm going to stipple it on the apples of her cheeks and just above that whole contour there. This will be nice because Val likes a more dewy, natural look. And this has a little bit of a very soft sheen to it. I'll turn you this way for me. Perfect.
It's a beautiful color.
It is. You want to swatch it? Yeah, it's really, it's one of her best-selling pinks. and now I'm going in with this beauty powder from MAC called Pearl Sunshine. They don't sell this anymore. It was part of the Fairy Whispers collection from last December. And I'm going in with a Duo Fiber Morphe M405 and turning it that way. And what I'm going to do is just go on the bottom and buff out the edge of that contour to soften it and make it a little bit less harsh. And this has a very soft shimmer to it. It's not too much. Some people actually like to full-blown highlight this area. I wouldn't do it with something really shimmery, but the fact that we've got something a little bit shimmery here, it's really perfect to soften the edge of that contour. And you can see how much more soft it looks already, like just from doing that versus this side right here. Oh yeah, do you see that? So, oh yeah, you don't have your glasses on. Damn it. And turn your head this way. Yeah, and I'm not gonna let you see it now after I realize that your glasses put a hole in.
Yeah.
A couple on the foundation. Yeah, exactly.
When you're done, I'll look it.
And I'm also going to put a little bit of this in the center of her forehead. It kind of acts like it has a little bit of blurring properties to it, which is nice. Down her nose. Now, how highlighted do you like to look? Like with the shimmer on your cheekbones?
I like dewy.
But not
but not
seen from Space Shiny?
Yeah, no.
Like I'm seen from Space Shiny.
I like the dewy. Doesn't have to be very natural per se, but just a bit more of a kind of dewy, glowy look. I don't like the big sparkles when you can see them.
Okay.
It can be very shiny, but very like soft particles in a way that it doesn't show like big chunks of highlight.
So I'm just going to use the tip of that 168 brush that we use for contour and blush just to be multi-use here. And MAC's Soft and Gentle highlight. And turn your head this way for me. And I'm just going to turn it even more. Perfect. I'm just going to add that to the highest points of her cheekbones. And buff it up the sides of her face just a little bit so it blends in better. Perfect. And then I'm actually going to turn my brush where there was a little bit of blush residue and pat that on top so it looks like that highlight is more like from within the skin than sitting on top of it. There we go. Okay, now turn your head the other way.
Do you like liquid products? Or
for highlight? Generally powder because I just find it easier and quicker to work with. Liquid ones can be really nice and natural if like you have the time to work them into the skin. Now I'm just going to soften out the like wings to your eyeshadow a little bit. So now I'm using MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Mascara on her lower lash line. This is a waterproof mascara. I only ever use waterproof on people's lower lash lines because you never know, like even if they're just going to have allergies and tear up.
At the top, you don't use waterproof?
Only if it's a wedding. Keep looking up for me. I mean, if, you know, for whatever reason they expect to be crying or whatnot, I would absolutely use waterproof.
Like a wedding?
Yeah, exactly. Or if they asked for it. But otherwise, I find people generally don't like waterproof up top because it's hard to get off and not necessarily the best for your lashes.
That's a good tip. You know what the best thing about doing makeup on someone is? That I always liked when I used to do it, like work in the counter? Is that people get so happy.
Yeah, it's a really nice feeling.
Yeah, and it's just like you just made someone's day and you were having fun while you're doing it.
Yeah,
and they get something out of it. I've done it on friends too, and they just get so excited.
Yeah, it's nice when you make somebody feel beautiful.
That is really nice.
It's dramatic.
This is really straight. I'm impressed. Wow. Because usually, like, I would tape it.
Oh,
if
really?
I really wanted. Yeah, this is really great.
Let's soften it a little bit.
Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, I freehand it.
Yeah.
Taping is a good way to do it though when you're like new at it, and
that's beautiful.
or if you want to save time and not have to guesstimate it.
I have to be careful no one steals me on the way home. Make new friends in the train.
Tell your boyfriend. You better appreciate me tonight. I am looking like one hot mama. Alright, now I'm going to spray her face with Fix Plus. Just close your eyes for me. This hydrates through foundation and it melts away excess powder to make your skin, or to make all the makeup look more like skin. And it also is a vitamin mist and it calms down redness. So you can use this before and after your makeup.
Okay.
You're going to need that in your kit.
Yeah, you're going to show it to me later.
And then this is the Urban Decay setting spray, which is going to help make her makeup last longer. So the MAC Fix Plus doesn't really do that. This is also the cooling and hydrating formula because Val's skin is actually a bit more drier than we thought. So this will hydrate a little bit more too. So now I'm just lining Val's lips with Soar lip liner from MAC. It's a nice kind of deep pink tone that everybody should have. And I'm just pulling it in and blending it in towards the center of her lip. And now I'm going in with this pink lipstick. I don't know the name of it, unfortunately. because I had depotted all my lipsticks into my palette here. I'm just gonna have her smush her lips together nice and good. Perfect. And then I'm gonna blend that into the lip liner on the edges of her lips. I feel like it might be Angel from MAC, which is like a fairly bright pink, but because we have the Soar lip liner, it's deepening it a little bit to kind of really match her eye shadow color. Oh, that's pretty. Minus that clumpy crap here. What is that? I don't know if it's skin or lipstick. And that, you guys, is the finished look. Oh my god, you look so pretty. Holy shit balls. Alright, you guys, so that's it for today's fall smoky eye and I guess full face really makeup tutorial with the gorgeous Valeria. Do you like it?
I love it.
Good. Well, you better, I mean, you're having on camera here and it's like, no, I hate it. No, just kidding. I hope you guys liked this tutorial as much as we did. We had a fun time filming it for you guys. Yes. And let us know what you want to see for future tutorials in the comment box below. I'm going to do more of these kind of guest video things, and Val's actually in makeup school, so maybe I'll have her do my makeup on my channel one day. No pressure. No pressure. Anyways, you guys know the drill. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like it. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me, or us. Now, I'll say, why not? Val wants you to subscribe to me. So yeah, until next time, take care, guys.